Hello everyone, today I'm going to be walking through a coordinate geometry question. This question is about two lines, a straight line L and a curve C, and it gives us the equations over here. And it tells us over here that the two lines L and C intersect at the points P and Q. So they intersect each other at the points P and Q. So it's good to bear in mind that when two lines intersect each other, we have to equate them to each other. So that's what we're going to work through just now. And this question wants us to find the coordinates of the midpoint of P and Q. So it tells us that these lines intersect each other at P and Q, and we're trying to find the midpoint of P and Q. So let's say this is the straight line, and this is the curve. And they intersect, let's call that point P and we'll call that point Q. We're trying to find this point, the midpoint. But of course it's not going to look like that, it's going to look different, but that's just an example. The first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to change the equation x minus y equals 3 into x equals 3 plus y. And we're doing this so that we can substitute it into this equation easily. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to substitute it into this equation. 3 plus y squared minus plus 3 plus y lots of y equals 9. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to expand the brackets. Already we can cancel these y squareds out because plus and a minus. And now we're going to have to expand the squared brackets. And now we'll make it a nice equation which equals to 0. Okay, so we've got our equation equal to 0, we've got a quadratic. So I'm actually going to rub this all out so I have a bit more space, and I'm going to write the quadratic out at the top. And if you want to go through the expansion, then you can pause the video now. I'm going to write it out again at the top. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to find the point at which y equals 0. And we're going to do that by factorizing this. So if you factorize it, we'll get 3y plus 3 and y plus 6. If you expand these brackets, you get the top equation. 3y plus 3 equals 0, or y plus 6 equals 0. Actually, not or, and. So y equals minus 1, and y equals minus 6. So we got the two different values for y, and now we want to find the corresponding x values for both of these y values. So we're going to want to substitute these values into one of the equations. And now the easier equation would be to use the linear equation, because it'll just pop out an x value. So we'll put the x minus 1, because remember that is our y value, equals 3. So that means x plus 1 equals 3, and therefore x equals 2. So one set of coordinates would be 2 minus 1. And we'll call this P. It doesn't really matter which one's P and Q, because we're going to find the midpoint of the 2 points anyway. And we'll do the same for y equals minus 6, so x minus minus 6 equals 3, x plus 6 equals 3, therefore x equals minus 3. And that means our second coordinate set of coordinates is minus 3, minus 6. Okay, so now we've got the coordinates P and Q. We want to find the midpoint of this set of coordinates. So when you're finding the midpoint of any two coordinates, you should remember the rule that we'll call this x1, y1, x2, y2, and you just add them and divide them by 2. So we've got x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So to find the midpoint, we're going to have to do 2 plus minus 3 over 2, which is equal to minus a half. And for the y coordinate, we're going to have to do minus 1 minus 6 divided by 2, which is minus 7 over 2. Therefore, the midpoint of PQ is minus a half and minus 7 over 2. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this tutorial useful.